reported by phys.org. And this is interesting. We always talk about the importance of getting out to space, right? It's part of why we do this. Part of the all our eggs in one basket. Eggs being the metaphor for people, and basket being the metaphor for the Earth. Well, if something terrible happens on the Earth, people are in big trouble. So I think, personally, it's important to get off of this damn rock, get some colonizations going elsewhere, and etc. Right? And so the Moon and Mars, they seem to be the obvious choices here, but we have a new one. So reported by phys.org. Did I link it? Yes, I did. This is let's see. Headline is this: Physicist proposes human-populated mega satellite orbiting Ceres. So a mega satellite orbiting Ceres. So physicist Pekka Janhunen with the Finnish Meteorological Institute has developed a novel idea to colonize a place other than the Earth, and it is not the Moon or Mars. Instead, Janhunen, I'm going to say this different every single time, is suggesting in a paper posted on the arXiv preprint server that humans populate a giant satellite that orbits Ceres, a dwarf planet in the asteroid belt between Jupiter and Mars. Many space scientists have noted the difficulties and dangers of attempting to colonize either the Moon or Mars. Both have extremely hostile environments. So many in the field have been promoting the idea of building a structure large enough to host tens of thousands of people somewhere in space. But doing so would present its own set of problems. Paying for the construction of such a mammoth project, for example, and protecting the inhabitants from solar radiation. And what about providing gravity? And where would the structure reside? In his paper, Janhunen, here we go. I've got a secret weapon. Watch this. Watch this. Sometimes when you just can't pronounce the words, you have to go to AI. Let's do it. And I'll drink some coffee.
In his paper, Janhunen suggests that Ceres would be an ideal place to put such a structure, which would make it a satellite. He notes that such an orbit would be close enough to the dwarf planet that a 636-mile-long space elevator could carry material from the surface to the satellite for construction and resupply. Ceres has more than enough nitrogen, water and carbon dioxide to support such a venture.
All right, that's pretty sweet. Janhunen is how you say that. And so he notes that such an orbit would be close enough to the dwarf planet that the 636-mile-long space elevator could carry material from the surface to the satellite for construction and resupply. All right, good stuff. This is good stuff. Janhunen has plans for the dish-shaped satellite, too. He envisions it as over a mile long with thousands of interconnected cylindrical structures on its surface to house humans, and also to provide space for other necessities such as agriculture and recreational spaces. He also imagines a pair of giant mirrors for harnessing the sun's energy on either side of the satellite. Anyway, blah, blah, so on and so forth. You guys can read the rest of this if you're interested. But curiously, we're talking about the possibility of humans moving to places that aren't Mars or the Moon. Some of the less obvious spots, the dwarf planet Ceres. So interesting, and maybe just a thought experiment at this point. Who the hell knows? Because we really don't know what they're doing with our NASA money. Because, well, they don't really tell us, do they? It doesn't seem like they're trying to get to Mars. That's for sure.